Alright guys, welcome to Mike W. Productions. I am Mike with Mike W. Productions, as you may know. So today we are talking about Rachel Zegler. Now if you guys don't know who that is, you might not because she's only done like a handful of movies so far. She's done the movie West Side Story and she did Hunger Games, A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which was an okay movie. It's a prequel to the popular Hunger Games movies, which did pretty well in the box office. They weren't like in-game level movies, but nothing was really in-game level movie back then. So she did a prequel to those series of movies, and she did the remake of West Side Story, which didn't translate the Spanish for people because apparently white people who only speak English should learn Spanish. I don't know. But she also is doing a new movie that shouldn't be coming out next year. It probably shouldn't be coming out at all at this point, which is been inundated with a bunch of controversy. One, Peter Dinklage, who is a small person, if you will. I'm trying to be a little bit politically correct. He is a micro actor. So he had said on a podcast,
progressive in one way, but you're still making that fucking backward story of seven dwarves living in a cave. What the are you doing, man?
The concept of Snow White is backwards, that you would have dwarves, and that is offensive to him. Okay? Other micro actors have come out and said, we don't care. It's a job for 7 people of our stature to get jobs, which is in nowadays hard for us to find work. Plus, if there's any stunts, that might be 7 more actors that get to do work because they need to do stunts. So yeah, that took up a big chunk of the conversation over this, and then they had said, yeah, okay, no, we're not gonna use, micro actors. We're going to use regular sized people, but they're going to be spiritual beings. And then we see who they picked, and it was like one micro actor and a bunch of like hipster homeless people, apparently. So yeah. They got burned for that one. And then there's Rachel Zegler. So already you have 2 instances of Disney not doing what the people want, which is, just make it where you have small people actors in your movie. And, if there's stunts, have, more small people actors in your movie about Snow White and the, 7 dwarves. That's the name of the thing. So just let them do that. So they decide to make them CGI now. Okay. Which more people are having issues with because, again, you're bringing back that they're dwarves. You missed the connection here. The whole thing was that the dwarf part was the issue, and now you just changed everything for it to be dwarves again. But then there's Rachel Zegler. This is a bigger issue now. Rachel Zegler, as you may know, did West Side Story. She did Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which is the Hunger Games prequel series. Okay. They were okay movies. I didn't watch West Side Story. They didn't translate the Spanish, and majority of it is in Spanish, so I'm like, I'll pass. So the thing is that she said some interesting things on the red carpet, things like the story of Snow White is weird,
The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Yeah. Weird.
And that maybe there's no prince in the story because, princess don't need no man.
It's really not about the love story at all, which is really, really wonderful. And whether or not she finds love along the way is anybody's guess until 2024. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows?
Oh, yeah. That's kind of light, but it's still annoying, if you ask me, that it didn't need to be said. There's this thing called a non-disclosure agreement that you sign that says basically you don't tell people like things about the sets or the equipment, things about what happened on set, things like of that nature. And sometimes there's a little clause in there that says don't talk negatively about the movie until after the movie has like gone to streaming, because that hurts the film. So it's a non-disclosure agreement that you sign. And so I'm hoping that there was a little stipulation in there that says something about, hey, if you say stuff bad about the movie, you'll get sued by whoever. So she worked on that film. She said that. Now she's working on this like A21 horror movie, I believe. And she's recently been fired from that project. So that's interesting. Then Orange Man Bad won the election. Yeah. Okay, so one, who cares? And two, she went on there and said everyone who voted for him was a horrible, horrible person. I will try and find out what she actually said and post it here for you because it's kind of just a dumb thing to say when your side lost. Like, nobody cared when Obama won or when Biden beat Trump the last time. Get over it. You don't have to literally cry to the sky.
Donald J. Trump is now President of the United States. President Obama
or literally cry on camera, because it doesn't matter. If you think that the U.S. politics is that bad, well, there's other countries you can move to, and a lot of them have, a lot of these actors have said that they are going to, and I say, good riddance. We don't need you. So these adult pretenders are, all having fits, and she goes off and says that if you voted for Orange Man, you're a horrible, horrible person. Okay. So enough is enough from Disney. I think this is what happened. I cannot confirm or deny what actually happened, but this is what I think is Disney or this other company that she was working on that she got fired from said, hey, you need to backpedal this pretty hard and shut up.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
And that's what I would tell them if I was that production company, especially Disney, because she's already delayed their movie by opening up her big mouth and saying a bunch of dumb stuff about this movie. Peter Dinklage already opened up his mouth, and he's not even on this project, and he messed up this movie. The whole thing should probably just get scrapped by now. But she should get in trouble. She probably is in trouble now, but they're probably not going to sue her. But they might want to, because they are not going to recap the money on this movie. Telling 50% of your fan base that they are horrible people doesn't really work out for you, especially when you're a movie company. It's best that you and your actors, and Disney's already had a little bit of political issues in the last couple of years. Themselves, they try to step in it, and they did with a few things that, the Florida governor was trying to do, which is none of their business. They're a company. Be a company.
You're Australian. Be Australian. Excuse me, Kangaroo Jack.
Let politics be politics. Let your company be your company. So they're already stepping in it on their end, and now Rachel Zegler is stepping in it for them. that is probably where they drew the line and said, hey, we're doing a great job ourselves. We don't need your help. So she apologized and said, I was just being emotional and all this. It doesn't help. It doesn't fix what you said. It doesn't fix all of the other stupid stuff that you've said. And it doesn't fix what Peter Dinklage said, what Disney has done, having these tall people be the 7 magical creatures of unknown origin, and then turning them into monstrous, like, uncanny valley CGI dwarves again. So, yeah. Rachel Zegler needs to shut up, and Disney probably needs to scrap the whole project, but that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I appreciate you guys getting this far in the video. If you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Go ahead and hit that little subscribe-y button.
Don't worry about it. You're still in good shape. All you got to do is just tap it in. Just tap it in now.
I do want to thank all of my subscribers for hitting that subscribe button. I also want to thank all of you guys for getting this far in the show, and we will see you next time. Peace.